guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Tanya Milbrodt. I'm an independent Scentsy consultant out of Woodinville, Washington. And today's video I have for you is a cold review, very specifically, cold review of the brand new releases for Scentsy's Spring Summer catalog for fragrance, okay? So we're doing cold review only today. And then if you're not a consultant, you don't know. As a consultant, you know, on the 18th, consultants get a chance to purchase sales bundles. And I can purchase a bar each of all of the fragrances, which I absolutely intend to do, so I can warm them and make samples. So when we do that, I will do a warm review, which will be, I think, very, very important this catalog season. I have sniffed these. And I'm not going to say disappointed. I'm a tiny bit underwhelmed, but I have a feeling that that's going to change when I warm them. So we will redo a warm review after the 18th when I get my actual bars in and warm them. So anyway, if you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I do lots of unboxings, cold reviews, warm reviews, stuff like that, okay? We're gonna jump right into it because I'm gonna share this with my VIP page too, and I don't know if they wanna hang out too long. So we are going in order, since I've already sniffed them, of my favorites to least favorites. And Disney, there are 10 fragrances plus 2 Disney ones. The 2 Disney ones I'm not lumping in with, I'm not listing as a favorite or not. I'll just sniff them for you. My very favorite, you guys, Vanilla Waves. Oh my God. Sea salt and whipped vanilla crash into sticky caramel for an elegant fusion of opposites. I love this one. Oh, if you liked toasted marshmallow, if you liked bakery fragrances, you will love this. You smell all of that. It definitely has a sweet, salty vibe. I definitely get whipped vanilla and I definitely get caramel. It's not overpoweringly decadent. It's sweet, but not too sweet. I really, 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 really love it. This is by far my favorite. I figured I would like it because if you've stuck around for a bit and you're not a newbie to the videos, I love anything that smells like you could eat it or drink it is up my alley. So I knew I'd like it. I love it. Oh, it's so good. And it's not super strong in your face. I would say medium on a cold sniff. Warmed, I bet it's amazing. Okay, so that's my top favorite. My second favorite is Tangerine Creamsicle. Let's see here. Icy tangerine blended with mango and vanilla cream swirl. Now, there is a bar that was recently available in Bring Back My Bar called Orange Dreamsicle. And it smelled exactly like an orange creamsicle ice cream, okay, to a T. This one is very, very similar. It's a little less in your face. So if you're familiar with Orange Dreamsicle, it's a pretty strong scent. This one is very, very, very similar, just not quite as strong. You definitely get the tangerine mango, that fruitiness, and not nearly as hardcore citrus as Orange Dreamsicle. And vanilla cream swirl, I don't know how Scentsy does it, but it smells creamy. It's really good. And cold review, I would say medium strength. It's not super, super light, you guys. So again, warmed would be amazing, okay? All right, this one is in third place only because I think I'm gonna love it a lot more warmed. If it doesn't do what I'm expecting it to do performance-wise, it'll go further down the list. Next for me is Magnolia Linen. And this is the one, you guys, I was actually the most excited to sniff. My gram had a magnolia tree in her yard when I was a kid. And I just was thinking, oh my gosh, if this is as nostalgic as I think it's gonna be, I'm gonna love it. So Magnolia Linen. Sun-washed linen dances in the breeze amid a garden of magnolia and honeysuckle. Okay, first of all, this would make an amazing clean line scent. I would take this in Scentsy Fresh. I would take it in all the laundry. It definitely has a linen fresh vibe, and that's the first thing that I sniff when sniffing it cold. Now, if I try and warm it a little bit, you do get magnolia and honeysuckle in there. It's just not the first thing I sniff, and it's fairly light, okay? Cold review. Now, warmed, I think it's gonna do a lot better, and I think I'm gonna really love it. So this one I'm hesitantly saying is probably my third favorite. It does not have the nostalgic feeling to it that I was hoping, so I was a little bummed, but it is very, very nice. Actually, none of these do I dislike. None of them, of the new fragrances, do I sniff and go, oh God, no. They're all okay. Some I just like better than others. All right, next on the list for me is Coastal Sunset. I have to find it here since I'm going in my own order. Creamy coconut and sandalwood set the scene for warm amethyst amber. Well, no wonder that's high on the list for me. I love amber and sandalwood and coconut. Yeah, this one is really, really nice. It's a beautiful lavender wax. It really does have, you can smell the amber, and yet it's got kind of a vacation-y coconut vibe to it. I really like it. It is very mellow, which for me, I prefer hit you in the face when you walk in the room. It's the first thing you notice kind of a thing. I love really strong scents, so that's kind of a bummer that it's so light. But again, cold review. And if you're not familiar, you can sniff something and it will be totally different when you actually warm it. It can really make a difference. So sniff these. If there's one you think you sort of might like, give it a try. If you're not willing to get a whole bar of it, ask your consultant for a sample, because you guys, you might end up really loving it once you warm it. It really does make a difference. All right, next on my list is Mad from Melon. Juicy honeydew melon, fresh from the vine, is adorned with freesia and wild poppy. So that tells me melon / floral, okay. It's a very lovely green wax. It actually really is a perfect mix of those things. It's a little higher on the floral, I think, but you get a sweet melon undertone to it. It's really, really nice. And again, it's pretty mellow, so not my favorite characteristic for wax, but warmed, I bet it's really a lot more powerful as well. That's really nice. You definitely get both that floral aspect and that sweet melon kick underneath. All right, Oh Snapdragon, exotic blood orange and sparkling pink pineapple are punctuated by fierce snapdragon. Okay, this one is super light, you guys. I'll be really curious to see how well it warms up. And what I'm doing here in between as I sniff is just trying to warm the wax a little, because you do get more of the scent when you do that. It's nice. It's not super citrusy. Blood orange, pink pineapple. I would say more on the pineapple than the blood orange, and definitely a floral to it. It's nice, but not super strong. This is one that it would have to perform a lot better warmed for me to be excited about it and get bars of it, but it's nice. All right, Coral Waters. Nectarine blossom and peony bloom alongside bright, clear coral waters. Pretty orangey pinkish wax. Another one that literally I have to kind of rub the wax a little bit and warm it up to even really get what the hints of it are. Okay, I definitely get the coral waters and a little bit of floral. Nectarine blossom, I don't know that I get a ton of fruitiness. To me, this smells like floral watery scent. It's nice. It's very light. So those of you who like light scents, that would be a good one. All right, Sun-Soaked Petals. Newly opened daffodil petals, sunny currant, and water mint flourish in the sun. Very pretty, kind of yellowy, yellow-green wax. This is nice. It is light, fresh with a hint of floral. Maybe a tiny bit of mintiness to it. Water mint. I just get really fresh, light floral. So if you are into that, Sunsoaked Petals would be a winner. It's, I would say, light to medium cold review. All right, next for me was Make a Splash. Dewy Melon and Fresh Green Apple dive into refreshing turquoise waters. This one, these last two, I'm struggling to get the scent. They're super light. So this is probably, the majority of these are going to be great for people out there who like light scents. Okay, that does help. A little bit of Dewy Melon. I am not getting apple. Turquoise waters, yes. So fresh with a hint of melon. It's nice. Make a Splash is nice. It's very light. I'll be curious to see how it warms. We're going to have to do a whole new review of these after I get my full bars, you guys. Last but not least, Sandswept. Blue ocean water breaks on the coastline over sandstone, driftwood, and pink lemon groves. Very light, very fresh. You definitely get a little bit of a beachiness with a little lemony scent. Very fresh, very light, very fresh. So several very fresh scents, very light, pleasant. They're all nice. They're just not in your face. And some of them I'm struggling to really pick up the notes on. But none of them are bad. I mean, if you've smelled Gone Camping, Weathered Leather, Scentsy has some bad ones out there, trust me. So those were not bad. So those are the 10 new regular fragrances for the catalog. We also have 2 new Disney fragrances as well. So I have to kind of skip through and find those for you guys. So the 2 new Disney ones we have are Oh Boy, Juicy Grapefruit cheerfully mixed with bright clementine and sugared vanilla. This is the Mickey version, kind of a reddish wax. Very, very light. Give it a little rub. That helps. Yes, I'm really curious to see what some of these are going to be like warmed, because it makes a difference. Definitely get the grapefruit and the clementine. It's a very, very mild citrus, you guys. Sugared vanilla, a tiny bit, but it's not, I don't think this is like sugary sweet. It's just barely sweet, and I think it's more of a grapefruit clementine, very mild citrus. So this would be great for citrus lovers who don't love in-your-face scents, okay? That was Oh Boy. The other new one for Disney fragrances is Totally Mini. Part classy, part sassy, this sweet blend of pink melon, hibiscus blooms, and juicy apple. Okay. Very pink girly wax. Okay, again, it smells florally. It's really hard to pick up. Give it a little. That's better. Hibiscus blooms and a mix of melon and apple. Yeah, not heavy on the apple. I would say pink melon and a hibiscus. It is really nice. Like I said, all of these are nice. I'll be curious to see once we warm them how well they perform. Are they more in your face? Do I have to struggle to get the scent notes? And how long do they last? I'll be curious about those. So there's my first take on this. Like I said, none of them are bad. They're all nice. Some of them are more so than others. Oh, that Vanilla Waves, you guys. It's heavenly. It's so good. Yeah, that's my favorite by far. So anyway, there is your cold review of the 2021 Spring Summer new fragrances from Scentsy. So let me know if there are any that you are super curious about that you need to sniff warmed. I will be doing some samples when I get my bars in. So I'd be happy to send out a little felt sample if you need it. And then please check back in a couple weeks because we will have a warm review of these same scents, and I'll let you know if I feel any differently. All right, thank you. Make sure and like and subscribe. Have a great weekend, guys.